I decided to do a complete tritone color palette for the band. So this is the primary colors for light, right? When red, green, and blue mix together, they make white, right? And so it's this symbolic gesture that Robby is like the core, the center, the heart of the team. And so that is I made it the fuck up part of it, right? Where I wanted these characters to be different, but when they come together, they feel natural. And so when I have this character that is mostly white in the center, having the characters surrounding them be the light was that kind of stuff. And then individually, I'm going in and like, okay, cool. So if Kaya is going to be blue centered, I think we can use the biggest part of her clothing to be blue. But I also want to interact and have like pieces of the other character's clothing inside of her color palette, right? So what am I going to do? She's going to have a very blue, very cool color palette, right? It's representative of someone who is more level-headed, someone who is has their wits about them, someone who is reliable because there's not as much like piping emotions, which is going to contrast directly with her actual character of being very manic, and this sense that like it's all performative, right? She is very like excitable, very energetic, all this stuff, quote unquote, like lunatic, very Jinx inspired. So I want the color palette to like clash directly with the outward appearance, right? The direct outward appearance, which is the mask that someone puts on. So she is the more muted palette. She's going to have colors that are going to be very much like blue and centered towards blue. She takes the green, which is the color palette for Kyle, or Kai, and uses it for the hat, but turns it very blue. So this is, if you look at the color selector, this is a very blue-green, right? And then the red is also like a less saturated red. So that's going to be from Rufus's color palette, right? So they kind of are in there in small bits. I don't think this is the best color palette in the world, right? But this is kind of the idea, right? And so I was like, I want red, I want green, and I want it to be mostly blue. So I started with a blue that I liked, a darker color that is going to, one, I think match her skin tone a little bit better. It's not going to like cause too much contrast, so the character looks unique in themselves. This is my thought process. I am not very good with colors yet. I'm not very good with color palettes yet. This is just what I'm thinking about when I was choosing the colors.